Hey yo, what's up my beloved champions fam? It's the bad guy WWE champion Zeke 4-0 back with a brand new video, and we're going to go ahead and get right into it because we have the Summer of Darkness Blitzing Point Gauntlet Blitz, and with this Blitz we have some required contest superstars to get some additional points for the Blitz to Extreme individual contest. And well, you can see we are going to fodder it out this go around with one particular character who's going to be the main runner and gunner for this run. And it is our boy, and I am surprised to be even saying this, we are going to be using PG era powerhouse Braun Strowman, the new face of destruction. Now we went ahead and we got that backstage pass to get him up to 5-star silver. And look, this is actually interesting. I guess they decided to rework him to make him a little bit viable. Doesn't mean he's going to be a top tier character. Remember, there are even C tiers in this game, all right? But they made him a little bit useful. So we're just going to show you what's going down here, okay? He has a 4 MP red move, the Yasuka cutter. I'm going to say it like that because I'm either going to say the Yokosuka's cutter or the Yasuka cutter, all right? It's going to deal damage and make 16 random gems into row break gems. Then we have a shoulder block that is going to deal damage and destroy 16 of those row break gems. And last but not least, we have the body slam, a swap 3x2 random area into red gems. So this is the build that we're going to use to clear this out and get these bonus points. We're doing double MP. So that's what we're going to be running here. And look, I get it. We got Carmelo Hayes right now with the purple and the black. We got Braun Breaker with the yellow and the blue. And we got Roxanne Perez with the green and the red. But there are so many different combinations that have yet to be seen. We do not have a +4 yellow and green MP. We don't have a +4 for both red and purple. So this is what we're doing right here with this combination. We got Butch +4 red MP. We have Trickster Woods for +4 purple MP. And then we are getting our red gem damage up thanks to Zombie Priest as well as Tech Stacy. So 30% red gem damage from Priest. And then we have 12k flat rate gem damage from Tech Stacy. And that is the aim. We do not have him fully maxed out. We literally just got the fuse up for him, and we put a couple of coins into him. But we had plenty of shards to max out the moves. So that is the goal right here. We're going to run him, no strap, and then we will have a video for our 5-star gold Damian Priest Judgment Day, clearing everything out. So we will see how everything goes. We will see how this works out. And we're going to go for the Hail Mary pass on this because this is the first time in years since I've even used this character outside of his trainer ability for destroying black gems. So we're going to go ahead and hop in here and we're going to knock out both of these tour runs for him and get it over and done with. So yeah, we're going to lock in. We don't have fully maxed out Blitz perks. So we do not have the starting MP for both moves more than likely, but that is absolutely fine. So we're going to just showcase him. I remember when Fandango was a top tier character in this game. Okay, cool. So look, this is what we're doing. The Yasuka cutter, we're going to go ahead and place these down on the board. Now, obviously, if you have WWE Masters of the Universe or Masters of the WWE Universe Triple H Acro, then you would be able to destroy and generate more row break gems. That is an ability of his. But we are just going to go ahead and do this, and we have plenty of red and we got plenty of black on the board. We're going to destroy, we're going to wreak havoc. So I'm happy that they actually, it looks like they gave him a rework. I don't recall there ever being a blog post that spoke on it, or maybe I missed the memo about that. Maybe it happened when I was going on hiatus. But, I mean, hey, look, this is going to make this at least a tad bit tolerable than I expected. So, boom, we're going to go ahead and knock this out. And now we're going up against The Miz. And we're just going to clean house. We're going to go ahead and knock these out, get this over and done with, get those extra points for that Blitz to the Extreme, and keep on rolling. Because There is so much content, but I love when Champions is like this. This is kind of rivaling in a sense. No lie, with the amount of content that's coming out. Like, imagine if every single week for a month long contest, right? Imagine for every single week for a month long contest, they had this type of week-long content going on. Like, you had tons of tours pertaining to the MLC, let alone LT tours. You had your showdown, you got your blitzes, you got your feuds. I mean, to some people, they'd be like, this is too much, we need a break, it's exhausting. But then, if there's this much content going on in the game, that's where games thrive. Like when Dokkan Battle's 9th anniversary dropped, like they got 3 parts of their anniversary. We just got to, yes, because I played Dokkan Battle, we just entered phase 2, but then they have like a part 3 EX phase where they got extra stuff going on there. And I mean, when you got so much to do with the game and it's free, and then you also have the option to spend and invest, it's going to put things in perspective for you, especially depending on how you go about things in the game. So, I mean, look, I'm surprised that Braun is actually flowing like this. This was like one of the guys I really liked using at the beginning because I'm a huge fan of the Y family. So when I was able to recruit them, like him, OG, Powerhouse Luke Harper, and Eater of Worlds Bray, like that was the thing. I mean, you know what's actually interesting too? We got Eric Rowan as one of the Bludgeon Brothers alongside Luke Harper, right? But we never got an Eric Rowan from the Wyatt family. That's actually fascinating to me now that I think about it. Like, you had all the other versions of the Wyatt family. We had all of them except for Eric Rowan with the sheep mask. We had Braun Strowman with his. We had Luke Harper, but we never got Eric Rowan as a character. And no lie, it was interesting because Bray was the striker, but Harper and Braun were both powerhouses. And I would have been fine with Eric Rowan also being a powerhouse. They seemed like they were the monsters of the group. So, I mean, that is really fascinating that all those years we never had we never had Eric Rowan, the Wyatt family. We never had that version of it. So, I mean, hey, it is what it is. I mean, the Rowan's back with the Wyatt 6. Who knows? They could do something retro there. And also, thoughts here. What are your thoughts on the brand new Naomi that's coming into play? The 600. We're up to 600 characters in WWE Champions. And she's going to be the 600th. Now, I am interested to see how things unfold for her. They basically said with the contest going on for this SummerSlam, they basically said if you spend $300, if you're a spender, you are guaranteed Naomi at 4-star gold. Whether she is good or not, you are guaranteeing yourself the brand new character outside of with Ozzy and everything. So, I mean, depending on your setup, depending on your situation with striker females, they are far in between. So, I mean, you either be rolling around with a player paying Alexa Bliss or maybe a Sonya Deville. You could have a DX Army China. There's a couple that thrown their hat into the fray. Even old school Ronda Rousey, right? I would like to know your thoughts when it pertains to a new Naomi, the return of the glow, modern era striker. That's what it's looking like. The card from the blog looks like it's going to be a striker. But just like I thought that there was going to be a ruthless aggression, for a minute, before he was a ruthless aggression trickster, they had Ozzy Osbourne's card looking like a legend trickster. So things are always subject to change in the good old world of champions and from the good old folks at Scopely. But nonetheless, I mean, what are everyone's thoughts about a brand new Naomi? It's going to be fascinating to say the least. I just think, like, if you're going to commemorate characters, like, now you got me curious because I don't recall them ever spotlighting that for any other champions. I do not remember them ever saying, like, hey, back in the day, let's celebrate the 100th release of a character. Like, hey, here's the 200th character. Here's the, that's a fascinating situation. So I'm really thinking about it now, like, I'm curious as to how good she's going to be, just because they have made such a big deal about it, I'm intrigued to see what she can do. But I mean, it could easily be a thing, a flash in the pan, like just to get you hyped up for her, and maybe she's not that OP, but then again, maybe she is. And again, FOMO is a thing, so we don't know how it's going to play out, but there's only one way to find out, because we're going to have a waifu showdown, we're going to have some waifu tours and content. So, I mean, by all means, are you excited for Naomi? I know that Naomi, when she returned, she got a big pop. Sadly, it doesn't seem like they're using her as good as I thought, especially when she left and made a name for herself in TNA. She did her thing. She got the big pop return. She's not rolling with the bloodline since her husband Jimmy got packed up. She was doing some stuff, but with Bailey, but I don't want to see her get wasted. We'll see how everything goes, but I am curious to see. More than likely, I mean, hey, Showboat Naomi, this would be the third variation of her, because we had the original Acro Naomi. We had the original, I believe, Feel the Glow Naomi. I mean, she got a rework, and she's cool. She doesn't compare to Showboat Charlotte or Showboat Becky, but Naomi's Naomi. And then of course we have the always shine Showboat, who was literally like killing it. She was the absolute GOAT back in the day when it came to for the 4-star meta. She was standing on business. So I am intrigued to see a striker version of Naomi and see how things go down with her. They have my interest peaked on that, but I'm not spending $300 to get her. I'm definitely not doing that, but kudos to anybody who does go ahead and invest in her, because more than likely, like anybody else, she'll have a bunch of things to go with it. But look at that. We were able to get through here with this pass. We took him up to level 150, if I recall correctly. It was an easy dub. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Braun Strowman's Braun Strowman. You know what I mean? Like, wow. This went a lot better than I thought. And I have to give him props. I'm literally taken back. We got him to level 150. We were able to take care of what we needed to. He still has remnants of his low charge and his very, very high charge moves. Like back in the day, like this was a thing. You were literally connecting gems, hoping to pray to get a submission off that really isn't doing anything. I mean, look at that. Place gems down on the board and do 7,000 damage for 6 turns. Like, what is that? You know, and then yeah, back then, destroying a couple red gems with a powerhouse, that was amazing. But an 11 charge purple, absolutely disgusting. Disgusting. And it looks like the military the press drop actually dropped down with MP, because I think that was a tad bit higher. And that is cool, because it might be RNG, but if you ran it with the road breaks, you could possibly break an area that is the road breaks and get everything going. But for me, personally, this seems like the go-to right here, because it's easy to get everything off. Put a bunch of road breaks down on the board. Destroy said road breaks. More than likely, depending on how the board is, you're going to be able to reload and recycle it over and over. Get it over and done with, and then of course you can swap the area if you need to, so you can load up and break more. So I mean, he served his purpose. He did what he had to, and there's plenty of characters in here. Striker, Acolyte Bradshaw. I know he helps out with road break damage. Striker Bianca Belair. She helps out with road break damage as well, if I recall correctly. And then, of course, like I mentioned, WWE Masters of the Universe Triple H Acro also helps out with his entourage ability too. So with destroying and generating road breaks. So there are a lot of different things you could go for, and you can also zone in on gem damage as well. Santa Hogan with the 2200, or of course if you got Super Hogan out there with 18K, there's different ways and facets in the +1 MP to get things off sooner rather than later. But we ran this combination and we were able to do this successfully. You only got to beat the Blitzing Point Blitz 2 times over with LeBron Strowman. The same applies to Judgment Day, Damian Priest, who we will be doing a video on shortly. So with that being said, y'all, hey yo, Hard work pays off. Dreams come true. Bad times don't last, but champions do. Mad love and respect to each and every single one of you of my beloved champions fam. Hope you enjoyed this content. If you did, be sure to like the video, share the video, but most importantly, subscribe to the channel so you can always stay up to date on every move being made by yours truly, the bad guy at WWE Champions, Zeke 4-0, the most electrifying content creator in WWE Champions Entertainment. So please, rock out with your boy, show some love, enjoy the video, enjoy the content to come, and stay tuned until next time. We knocked out Braun Strowman's Blitz requirement. Next up is my boy, All Rise, for the Judgment Day. Damian Priest, we will pump some levels into him as well. We will make something happen with him, and we will have some fun. But until next time, y'all, stay tuned. If I could clear it, so can you. And I'm glad that this rework happened with this Braun. Definitely not on the level of no bionic redneck Stone Cold Steve Austin or some Rockin' Reigns Roman, but he does get it done. And so if I can do it, so can you. Till next time, y'all. Hey, yo. Lego. Peace.